A lot of talk on social media lately about the two activists who threw soup at a Van Gogh painting and then glued themselves to a wall to protest climate change. People saying that it was ineffectual, that it was cringe, that it was so suspiciously ineffectual and weird that it might be an op in order to discredit climate change activism in general. Let's throw a couple of facts out here. The reason that they decided to throw soup at a Van Gogh painting was because, as it turns out, oil companies sponsored the museum where the Van Gogh painting was housed, which was not something that a lot of people knew about. I didn't know about that before, so for whatever it's worth, now we're aware that one of the ways that oil companies launder their reputation is by sponsoring museums like that one specifically. And secondly, the organization that they belong to is bankrolled by an oil heiress that takes Bitcoin donations. I leave it to you to decide how much you would trust an organization that purportedly is fighting climate change with those kinds of credentials. The instinct to protest, to create noise, to fight against the inevitable slide of our planet into destruction and calamity, no, I get it. But you gotta be smart. You do have to look into organizations that you're about to get into, particularly if they decide to do stuff that seems outlandish or weird. There is a possibility that you are being used to astroturf, or that your new friends are the feds, or that the organization you're about to join is not on the level. People need to be smarter about their protests. As for throwing soup, you would do a lot more good, infinitely more good, if you threw that soup at a person. In terms of protest tactics, bothering people while they're eating is way more effective. Anytime any one of these chuds that profits from our misfortune or passes legislation that dehumanizes people, goes out to eat and has a terrible time, the elites all get together and bleed about it, which tells you that it's working. Make these people uncomfortable. They shouldn't have a unsoup-drenched day for the rest of their lives.